Hi guys, Ancient Warrior here. Welcome back to Prepping USA. Let's get a little housekeeping out of the way, then we'll go with the important stuff. If you like what you're hearing here, reach down, hit the little red subscribe button, not prescribe, but subscribe button. And if you want to be told of when I'm doing things, hit the little bell icon. Alright, let's talk about coronavirus update number 3. Good God. I just got a news source, just came across my phone not 5 minutes ago. Washington State has had the first coronavirus death in the United States. Boy, that's something to be the first of, isn't it? You know, I'm getting a little perturbed with government officials, the mainstream media, and the talking heads of various types. I'm a firm believer that we need more information. And I know, I'm going to tell you folks, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to keep panic down. And guess what? It ain't working. People are in panic mode. They saw all the videos coming out of China, people walking down the street and just dropping dead. Or of Chinese military grabbing people up, shoving them in their houses, and putting steel guards on the front door so you couldn't open it up. I had somebody said that this is the big one we've all been looking for. No, I don't think so. The reason it's so bad in China is because parts of China is still a third world nation. They do not have the sanitation like we have. Now, is that to say we're going to get out of this deal unscathed? No. We're going to lose a bunch of people, I'm sure. Especially on the West Coast. In those major cities, you know, Seattle and Portland, San Francisco, the Bay Area, I'll include all of that. Los Angeles and San Diego. And it's because they have such a homeless population there in these places. And I know in California, they're crapping right on the side of the street. They're urinating on the side of the street. So, you know, I saw a write-up the other day where a woman was complaining, owned a business in San Francisco, was complaining that there was feces in front of her store, and she wanted somebody to come clean it up. You know, if it was my store, folks, number one, I'd get out there and get it cleaned up, bleach the area down real good, and make sure I'm wearing gloves and a mask. You know, this is what California's reaping, what they've sowed. And I'm afraid it's going to be a bad one out there. Now the update. Like I said, first death in the United States has happened out in Washington State. And they really hadn't said much about who the person was or anything. I talked to a good friend of mine, Nurse Kathy. Now, Nurse Kathy is probably one of the smartest women I know. And she says that we all need to start. I told her how I was preparing, and she said it's a good idea. And then she handed me 4 ideas more to add. We're going to, in upcoming videos, we're going to talk about some of the things she suggested. But she said it has a respiratory problem that pops up. Folks, that means your lungs are going to be filled up. So, like I said, in the next upcoming videos, we're going to talk about how to deal with that. I'm watching people panic. I'm watching people. When you're running around and you look like Curly from the Three Stooges, you got one foot planted and you're just going around in circles, going woo, 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 because you don't know what to do, that's time to stop. You know, when you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you need to do is quit digging. And if you're digging, dig stairs to get out. Folks, do not panic. Fear is the biggest killer that this disease is going to have. Now, for those of you wondering why I talk so much about fear, fear is an acronym. Fear actually means future events appearing real. We don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is prepare for it. Do the best we can. Folks, things that we need to be doing today is you need to be prepping. You need to get the vitamins I'm suggesting. You need to, if you can find them, N95 mask. If not, I talked to an engineer friend of mine, and we're going to go over on how to build a low-cost mask. That will be as good as anything else on the market. You know, folks, we just need to settle down and sit back and look at the picture the right way. Get a full view of it. Now, when it starts sweeping through Europe, especially England or Italy or France, I'm going to pay closer attention because they're more of a first world nations. China, not so much. You know, Beijing's a first world nation, a first world, but I hate to blow your mind, but the rest of the country's kind of been left behind. Kind of like most of your Latin nations, Latin American nations. You know, their capital cities are gorgeous and beautiful, and you've got Wi-Fi everywhere, and you're in great shape. You go to some of their smaller cities, and you might be lucky if you got Wi-Fi. Yeah, you might be lucky if you've got running toilets. So, yeah, I do understand. So with that being said, folks, don't panic. Now is not the time to panic. Now is the time to prepare. You know, go back to that old driving tip about railroad tracks. Look, listen, then move. So, look both ways. Listen for the problems. And then go ahead and make your moves. Oh, and by the way, I've noticed of late on YouTube and other places, being a capitalist, I normally would approve of this, but right now I don't, is profiteering off of so-called cures. Folks, I've already heard from the Surgeon General of the Navy, and Surgeon General says there are no vaccines. The soonest vaccine that we could have for COVID-19 is at least a year away. So, with that being said, have a blessed day. And remember, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and I'm out.